What's cracking, cousin? It's your favorite cousin Ken here at the Lighthouse ATL. This is the Divine Feminine headquarters, and yes, this is your favorite cousin Ken from the YouTube channel Ken Be the Light. I know many of you are like, Ken, where you been? What's been going on? Well, I took 3 years off from work to work on myself. So no relationship, no job, no business, no nothing. Just strictly working on myself. And I have been guided to come back and help a powerful community of women that are deciding to do the same thing. No longer working hard, releasing all toxicity from your life, and connecting to your true divine feminine identity. I will be here every week, every Monday, with spiritual guidance for you ladies. I'm so excited to work with you, and congratulations to the new you. Hey cousin, what's cracking? It's your favorite cousin Ken here at the Lighthouse ATL. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about love, and I'm not just talking about love as far as a relationship partner. I'm talking about love, meaning that we give love to each other, we receive love from everyone. I know that a lot of times we are caught up in only receiving love from a partner because, especially women, we just want to be loved so much by a man. I think that's a woman's weakness, is that every woman just want to be loved by a man. And if a woman is saying, no, I don't want to be loved by a man, girl, whatever. Whatever. You must have never been loved before by a man, a good strong man. But anyway, so I am here reading this book. Y'all know I'm always gonna put y'all on to what I'm reading. So right now I am reading The Purpose Driven Life. It is by Rick Warren, and it's actually a workbook. So after every chapter, I love books like this because after every chapter, there is a point to ponder. There is a verse to remember, because this is like a Christian-based book, and it is a question to consider. So y'all know your favorite cousin Ken. I'm not like the Christian-y type, but I was raised Baptist Christian. I still keep my Christian foundation. I still read the Bible. I believe that a lot of what is written in the Bible is true, although we know that, it has been twisted along the way. But when you are spiritually connected, you have the ability to use discernment, and you know what is true and what is not. So that's just for anybody out there. It doesn't matter what religion you are. When you become spiritual, of course, we release the things of this world. So we release the laws and the books and the ways of everybody else, and we follow spirit, but still keep your foundation, whatever that is, because that is how God has written on your heart. That is what you remember. So keep that. So this book, cousin, is fire, okay? It's fire. Now, I've been having this book for a long time. And you know how you have a book for a long time and kind of sit it to the side? That's what I did with this book. This is one of them ones. But what I did was I read maybe about 5 chapters in this book. I read 5 chapters, and then I went through, and every chapter I put an index card and I put a paper clip, and I just put it on every chapter. So at the end of every chapter, I would answer the question. So on the front of the index card, I write the chapter, or I wrote the chapter, and then on the back, I flipped it over, and then I answered the question. So I'm on chapter 16. If you want to get this book, I'm sure it's probably on Amazon or something like that. It's a burgundy book, and it has on the front, let me see. It has a tree on the front. It looks like the tree of life, but it's a green tree of life on the front. And it says, "What on earth am I here for?" So basically, this book is talking about living a purpose-driven life, living on purpose, and discovering who you are. And basically, it helps us with remembering who we are and what God expects of us as believers, as children of God, light workers, whatever you call yourself, the ones that are here to do the good work. Yeah. It doesn't matter what religion you are, what you believe. I just believe that those of us that are called to do the light work, which means we are bringing enlightenment to the planet, we are bringing up the vibration of the planet, we are choosing love. We were created to choose love, not because we want to, but because that is how we are created. I believe that we are one family. Like in Christianity, they talk about the body of Christ, or the children of God or something like that, or whatever it is. Every religion is something different. But in spirituality, I really believe that it's just a Christ consciousness. It's more of a mindset that people have. It's more of a mindset. It's not so much of, you have to do things this way, that way. It has to be, how religion is. Religion says you have to do things a certain way in order to be a part of this religion. Spirituality is not like that. Spirituality is open, meaning that you can be how you are, but we all still have the same mindset. We all still move the same way because we're spiritually guided. And I believe that we are the ones who are here to raise the vibration of the planet, because we don't have that judgment that a lot of people have when they belong to different religious groups. Because normally when you grow up religious, and this is for myself, I know I was like this. When I was heavy in church, I would judge other people who did not believe the same things that I believed. I believe that if they did not do the things that we were doing, my family, my Christian group family, then I believe that they were not on the right path. And now that I have evolved spiritually, I understand that God did not create us all the same for a reason. We all are different, and we all have a different path, a different destiny that still can lead back to the source. So it doesn't have to be the way that I do it, and it shouldn't be the way that I do it. So it doesn't matter if it's my children, it doesn't matter if it's my friend or somebody that I just have met today, or whatever. It doesn't matter who it is that I encounter in my life. They are going to have their own experiences. They're going to have their own path, and I should give them the freedom to have their own path, just like God has given me the freedom to discover my own path. I did not start off this way. I did not start off a spiritual woman. I started off in church, but I took a path that was different, which is a spiritual path and reading tarot and doing all these other things that most people would look on and say, that's demonic, it's evil, and I shouldn't have been doing that. But that was my path to take so that I can discover who I am and why I'm here. So I can't look at other people and say that, they're wrong, even if they're in religion. Even if I'm not a religious person, I don't look at people who are religious and say they're on the wrong path. They're not, because I know that we're all at different levels of awareness, different levels of ascension, and some people in a lifetime will not get to that level of spiritual growth and freedom. They won't get to that. They may go their whole entire lifetime being a religious person and living in a system that basically lays out the rules for them, pretty much. And it's not wrong, because some people need that. And then there are some people who go against that system or worldly systems and do things the way that they're guided to do them. So that's just a little sidebar, a little sidebar. So anyway, so in this chapter 16, it's talking about love. And cousin, this is so good. Oh my goodness. Listen, it almost made me drop a little thug tear or something like that, because I struggle with this. Now, I don't struggle with giving love. Of course, most people don't. We will give love all day long. But the truth is, when it comes to receiving love, I have an issue with that. Look, my name is Can, your favorite cousin Can, and I have an issue with receiving love. I do. I've always been like that. Like, I believe that people can love me, but in my experience, my life experience, no one has ever given me as much love as I give. So I have been used to giving love to others. Okay. So that's the reason why I say that. It's not that I don't want to receive it. It's just that it's always something. Let's just say that. But in this chapter, oh my goodness, it just made it so clear for me that number one, I already knew this, but this was just a confirmation. But people are imperfect and people are going to be human, and relationships are so important. They're so important. And for so much of my life, I have went through these ups and downs of isolation, and it's been very necessary for my growth. But now that I'm coming out of that phase and going into my purpose, like I'm always on path. Okay, we're always on our path. I don't care where you are on your path. Sidebar, you're exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to be doing. I don't care if it's the worst thing, it's a part of your path. But for me, listen, I will go through these these cycles of isolation and working on myself and healing, and I can literally not even think about being in a relationship with anybody. I'm not talking about just a romantic relationship. I'm talking about a friend, family. I would not care if my phone rings. I don't even think about it. Like when my phone rings, if I hear my phone ring, I'm like, what is that? Is that my phone? Like for real, cousin, I'm telling you, y'all my cousin, so I got to keep it 1,000 with you. My phone don't ring and I don't want to hear it ringing. Honestly, I get like that. And I'm going to tell you, most of the time, I spend most of the time by myself. Now, when I go out and people see me out, listen, it's a good time. I'm a turn up. I love kicking it. I love partying. I love people. I'm like that. So I'm both. Like I can be an extrovert and I can be an introvert, but I prefer to be by myself. And for whatever reason, I'm just like that. Like even my children know, like when I'm in my mode where I just want to be left alone, they just come and say, hey mama, how you doing? You know, we'll talk a few minutes and then they'll go on, because they know that it's like, you know, mama's doing her thing. Like she's, you know, that's just how I am. It's how I am. But listen, this chapter got me together, cousin. It really got me together. And I know that y'all my cousins, so I know that y'all probably like this too, because a lot of people, or a lot of women that are joining the spiritual alignment class, you know, we are getting to know each other, and I'm getting to know a lot of you, especially, you know, as you all do your self-assessment and I'm reading over it and everything. I am seeing that I am not the only one that enjoys being alone. Like most of the women that are connecting with me are the same way. They're like, yeah, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather spend time alone. I'm like, I love my people. I just love y'all, because I'm the same way. But this book really just helped me to see things differently, because look, deep breath, deep sigh. The most important part of life is relationships. And I know that I always say that relationships are our greatest teachers, right? They're tools for advancement. But baby Ricky here, he just laid it out. He really did. And it just became so clear to me why relationships are so important. And it's not even for me, but it's because this is what God, our creator, wants for us. God wants us to be in relationship with others. And he talks about how, I think he said like the first 4 commandments are about loving each other, and then the other 6 are about loving God or something like that. But all of the commandments, all 10 of the commandments are about relationships. And basically saying how working and accomplishments and rewards and all these other things are great. You know, it's great to have these accomplishments, but that's all for you. Like whatever you do for you, that's cool. But when you get to your deathbed and you get to your last, the end of your life, and you get to, I guess, your last breath, then you're not looking for those things like, bring me my diploma, bring me my rewards, let me take a look at all of my great accomplishments. You're not asking for any of those things. When you get on your deathbed, you're looking for people to be around you. You want people to comfort you. You want people that love you, support you, your children, your grandchildren, your family and friends that you have gathered along the way, because family doesn't have to always be your blood relatives. You will have family in your soul tribe, and your soul tribe can be people that you're close to that you're not blood related to. But that is what we all will want. At the end of life, we all will want these partnerships. And I know that for a lot of us, especially light workers, it's difficult to find these relationships because you find that you are in a world where most people are not like you. Most people don't think like you. Most people don't give like you. So you feel like, you know what? I'm just going to keep people at a distance. I love y'all. I'm going to do my work. It's like going to work every day, right? I'm going to do my work. I'm here to do my work. But look, I'm not making no friends. We're not going out to eat. Don't ask me to come to your house or nothing. I'm here to do my work, and that's it. But if we go through life like that, then we don't have the relationships that we need to support us and for us to support others. So relationships are so important, and this is how we show love. So he said that we show love to others the same way God shows love to us. But if we're not in relationship with others, then we cannot possibly show love to others. And giving is not loving. So he made that very clear, that giving to others, that's easy. That's why a lot of people do that. They'll give back in some type of way. They'll give money. They'll give, all these other type of things. And they say, okay, well, that's me giving back. But they wonder why they don't feel fulfilled on a soul level, because when you actually love a person, you're giving them your time. You give them time, because that's the only thing that you cannot replace. You can replace money, you can replace everything else, but you cannot replace your time. So when you spend time with people, that is you showing that you love them. So when you choose to be by yourself, or if you choose to X people out, then you're not ever going to be in a loving partnership with people because you're by yourself. So that was a bar. That was really a bar for me, because even with my children, like as my children get older, they, you know how they are. They want to spend more and more time with their friends. They want to spend more and more time with their game and phone or whatever it is that they want to get on. And they're not really worried about you as a parent anymore. Like when they were younger, they'd be around you all the time. But, they're not really like that when they get older. So what I told my children is that we're going to make a point to spend time together at least once a month. And sometimes I get away from that because you know how it is. You get busy, you start working on things, and then before you know, you're like, oh, I said we were going to spend time together. We haven't done that yet. And it really just brought it home for me. So, of course, we got to go out and do something. And I'm not talking about just sitting down watching a movie and stuff like that. I'm talking about actually engaging with each other and talking together, even eating together. Believe it or not, when children get older, they want to eat by themselves. They don't really want to, they eat at different times of the day. Like sometimes my daughter, she won't even eat at all. Y'all know how it is. Some teenagers, they don't even want to eat at all. Like, no, I'm not hungry, But I remember like when I was younger, there were days where we would all just eat together at the table and just eat together. And so, I want to really make a point to start doing that more with my children and spending time with them. And not only with my children, but with new people, because I know that for a lot of us, we don't really want to spend time with people because we really don't enjoy the people that we have been spending time with. I'm just going to keep it 1,000 with you. Like a lot of times, We want to spend time with people. We want to have these friendships and partnerships, but when people betray you or all these other type of things happen, then you're like, I really don't want to be bothered with you. I'm not going to force myself to be around you. But what we really should do is be more active, like get into the community, join different groups, be a part of different organizations, mission work, and just get to know new people. So we're going to do this together, cousin, okay? We're going to do this together. And I've been finding a lot of events on Eventbrite because, I don't go out to the club and I don't do none of that stuff anymore. But if you get on Eventbrite or if you get on, what's the other sites that they have? Oh, they have Meetup, the Meetup app. They have different apps that you can get on. Now, of course, use your own discernment. But go to different events, cousin, because that's what I've been doing. And I've really been meeting some really cool people, getting to meet people who do the same thing that I do. So basically, like if you get on Eventbrite, just look for something that you would like to do. And you will start to find people that are doing the same thing like you. And it's good to build these relationships because at the end of the day, just like our boy Rick said, at the end of life, all that is really going to matter is your relationships. And once your children get older, I just told you, they get older and grown and they want to go live their own life. And they should be able to do that. Mama should not still be holding on to them, talking about why you ain't call me, why you ain't come over to my house. Forget all that. Let them go live their life. Right. Yes. And we gonna live our life. We're gonna live our best life. We should be traveling. We should be, making new friends. You're never too old to make new friends and have new experiences. So we're going to do this and we're going to continue to love, because this is one thing I know, that when we close ourselves in, like box ourselves in, we shut everybody else out, then really that's not a life worth living. It's not. Because I have people that I know personally that have decided to opt out of relationships, like completely. Don't want to be bothered with nobody, don't want to do nothing, do the same routine every single day, and they don't want to be bothered with nobody else. And do you know that these same people really want relationships? They really do. But in their heart, it's something in their heart. There's a blockage, I'm sure, that is blocking them from opening up to receive love from others because of whatever they've been through in life. And I know, for certain people that I'm thinking of, I know that they have been through a lot, but we can't block ourselves off to love if we want to continue to grow. And if we say that we're light workers and we're here to do the work of God, the creator, the source of all, then that means that we open up our heart to give love and to receive love, and we give our time. We spend our time with people and building relationships with people. So I'm going to read this part. It says, life is all about love. Because God is love, the most important lesson He wants you to learn on earth is how to love. It is in loving that we are most like Him. So love is the foundation of every commandment He has given us. The whole law can be summed up in this one commandment: to love others as you love yourself. Learning to love unselfishly is not an easy task. It runs counter to our nature. This is why we have an entire lifetime to learn it. Wow. So learning to love is counter to who we are. Like, it is opposite. Like, we are naturally selfish. I believe that. And this is why a lot of people, when they get hurt, they instantly just say, you know what? I don't trust anybody. I don't want to give too much, Or even for those people out there that will be in relationships with people but still not give their all. It's like they hold back. They don't give their all because they're afraid to love. But that is how we are most like God. We're most like God when we choose love. And I used to always think to myself, like, It's something in me that makes me always choose love, because I'm telling you, it's not me. Because I have never had like a solid support system. I've never had people to treat me the way that I treat them, but I always choose love. And I know that that's not me. It's something in me that won't let me give up on people. And so I learned to accept it instead of being upset, because I used to be upset when I was younger, because I used to feel like, well, why do I have to be the bigger person? Like, these people are crazy. They getting on my nerve. I don't want to deal with this. And I used to be like that. And I used to be very like sharp with my temper, with my words. Oh, I'll cut you down. I used to be like that. And I did not care. I did not care about people's feelings. I just didn't when I was younger. But I got older and I realized that now, I'm always in the middle of conflict. I'm always in the middle of this. I'm always in the middle of that. And I got tired of that lifestyle, like trying to always defend myself all the time. And I stopped doing that. And it's like, you know what? I'm just going to let people believe whatever they want to believe. I'm going to let them be however they're going to be. And I'm just going to focus on myself. And when I started to focus on myself and just being the best person that I can be for me, then I just was like, you know what? I can still love them regardless. I can still accept them regardless. It doesn't mean I have to be around them. So this is the reason why I can always choose love, because it's like, I don't take it personal how people are. I just let them be who they are. Versus when I was younger and I was spiritually immature, I would get upset with people for being the way that they are, because I thought they were dumb. I thought they were stupid, a bunch of quacks. But like I said, we evolved spiritually, and now I understand that loving people is not weak. It's not weak. It's very, very, listen, that's a very strong thing to do. You have to be strong to choose to love people, especially people who have hurt you. Are you kidding me? People who have talked about you, people who don't even like you, and you still choose to love them. It doesn't mean that you have to be around them, but you still choose to love them. And this is the reason why, God also tells us to turn the other cheek. See, people don't understand that. People don't understand the power of love. They don't. But see, I do. And I know that I come from a culture of people who have always chosen love. That's why we're powerful people, because we always choose love. And the world will look at it like it's weak. And even some people that are like me look at it like it's a weak thing, but it's not. It's how we've always kept our power. Always. Something to think about. So this is the reason why we allow God to fight our battles. We don't get down in the mud and get dirty with people. We don't shut ourselves off and stop loving and completely just, give up on love and relationships, because then we don't get the love. We give so much and then we don't get to get any. So it's our time. All right. It's our time, ladies. We are going to be in love and relationships. But the most important thing that we have to remember as women that have been through so much, because I know you have been through so much, that you never want to allow life to take you away from love, to, take you away from love, giving love or receiving love, because that's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that you will leave behind. People will remember how you made them feel. That's what Maya Angelou taught us. People will remember how you made them feel. And you should have relationships where you remember how people made you feel, and it's not all negative. It doesn't have to always be like that. And for many of us women, we have had a lot of negative experiences, but that's only for us to learn our own self-worth and value. Because if we didn't go through those negative experiences, how would we know our own value? A lot of us, we did not know our value, so we put up with too much for too long. But we learned but we needed those experiences in order to teach us. So that's the reason why we look at every relationship and every situation as an opportunity to advance and continue to give love. Allow Spirit to continue to flow that loving energy to you and through you, because I believe that love is Spirit. It's the source. We don't have love to give because we've been through too much, but we allow the loving energy to flow to us and through us. But when we block the flow of love because of our hurt, anger, bitterness, resentment, or whatever, then we can't give unconditional love to others. So we don't want to cut ourselves off from love, because women, that is our power. That is our power. People talk about femininity all day long. That is it. That is our connection to source. We have a great ability to love, to forgive. You heard it before. A man can do something and he can get away with that. But if you do something, he ain't gonna forgive you the same way you forgive him. Because they just not set up like that. If you cheat, he ain't gonna forgive you. But if he cheat, then it's like women forgive all day long, right? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you what it is. Women just have the ability to love that way. And I know a lot of women out there, you're tired of it. You're like, look, I'm not going to keep getting the short end of the stick. I'm giving too much love. So now we're learning to give ourselves love. So we're giving ourselves the love. And as we fill ourselves with love, I'm not saying that, you shouldn't isolate, because I believe there is a time for you to be by yourself. But after you've given yourself your love, or allow Spirit to give you this love, you're taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, getting yourself back together again, allowing Spirit to guide you and get you together from within, then keep your heart open for love and spend time with people who make you feel valuable. But the only way you're going to receive those type of relationships is when you know your value first. And you start to love yourself first, which means you spend time with yourself, right? Because we just talked about that. When you love yourself, you spend time with yourself. You're not telling yourself, I don't have time to do my nails. I don't have time to get my toes done. I don't have time to relax. I need to go to work. I don't have time to sit around. I don't have to. Yes, you do. You do have time. You do. If you love yourself, if you want to be loved, you do have time for you. That's why I was saying, ladies, we got to take at least one day out of the week to nurture ourselves. Because if we don't, we'll get so busy working and taking care of everybody else that we have not even thought about the things that we were going to do for ourselves. I lived like that for so many years, cousin. So many years. I've been raising children since I was a teenager. So I know exactly what it feels like to put your life on hold for the life of others. And I did it so selflessly. But I even struggled with that years ago. I remember my children telling me, Mama, you need to buy you some new shoes. Mama, you need to go get you some clothes. And I'm like, oh no, I'm okay. I would wear the same sweater when I was working on a job. I used to wear this same sweater. Like, I would put my different clothes on, but every day I would put this fuzzy sweater on. Every day. Because it felt good. But then one day I looked in the mirror. It's like Spirit opened my eyes and said, look at yourself. Look at that sweater you got on. Maybe my eyes opened up. I said, oh, what the granny? What the Granny Smith? I'm not wearing this sweater no more to work. I got to get me a cute sweater because this is not going to work. And do you know, it hurt me to give up my sweater. Like, I don't know. It was just like a comfort thing for me. Because I just used to wear this sweater every day. You know, sometimes it get cold. So I just used to wear this sweater all the time. Listen, I'm thankful. Thank you, Father. Thank you for Spirit. Because Spirit opened my eyes and said, look, girl, get it together. So then I was able to see. But for a long time, I didn't know. I just felt like I was good. I didn't know. And for a lot of women out there, I know you are doing the same thing. You may do the same thing. You may feel like, look, I just want to be comfortable. I just want to be okay. I'm straight. But no, you're supposed to be beautiful. It's so fun being a girl. And I didn't used to like wearing dresses, but now I love wearing dresses. It's so easy every day. Just get up and put on a dress. Every day. It's so easy. You don't have to think about it. Long dress, mid, whatever. Long sleeve, short sleeve, whatever. Put a dress on. Wrap my hair up and go. And people are like, oh my God, you're so pretty. You look so pretty. Baby, I don't do nothing but put on a scarf and put on a dress every day. That's it. But, years ago, it's like I couldn't see myself. Like I was living life, but I wasn't really living. I was just here for the ride. And if that's you, it's time for you to put yourself first. If you want to receive love, because the only way that you're going to receive love from others is to give it to yourself first. And a lot of us women want to be loved, but nobody's going to love you past your pain. Nobody is going to come in and treat you better than you treat yourself. So if you want someone to come in and nurture you and care for you on a soul level, you must first be willing to do that for yourself, or it is selfish for you to ask for somebody else to do for you what you will not do for yourself. It's selfish. And I'm your cousin and I love you, but I got to keep it real with you. Just like I have to keep it real with myself. I told you I have to look in that mirror and look at Granny Can in that sweater. Hey, you're going to have to look at yourself. You're going to have to see in what ways are you not loving yourself. And if you want love in your relationships, I'm not just talking about from your man, I'm talking about from everybody, then you have to first start giving it to yourself. And I'm so proud and so happy to see so many women that are deciding to love themselves. And guess what? We are all one collective. As women, we are a collective. And the more women start to choose themselves, the more women that start to love themselves, that start to eat better, live better, feel better, work out, all these different things, that is spreading to us all. So for all of you ladies out there that are deciding to love yourself, to let go of the addictions and habits that are hurting you and picking up habits that are good for you, listen, you my cousin. You are part of my family. Because like I said, everyone that is out here that is doing the work to evolve humanity, we are a family. And we don't have to be blood related. But we are all on the same mission. And I love you. Thank you. Because you are making the world better. And for those women who may find it hard, they can connect to this energy that we are releasing into the world. Because remember, your energy, it is doing something. It is either lifting us up or it's letting us down, bringing us down. And the more you continue to go up and do the great work, then you are raising humanity. So let's keep it going. I love it. I love it. Look, I'm doing it too. I'm pulling my side. Pull your side. I'm pulling my side. Okay, cousins. So, ladies, make sure y'all join us in the spiritual alignment class. I'm going to always say that because I want to work with you ladies. I definitely want to see, what are y'all doing? Let's share some tips. What are y'all eating? What are y'all, doing in your life? And all of these great things. And look, you have support. You have support. At the Lighthouse, we have a private community of women, a global community of women that is growing every single day. and we are coming together to help each other through our transformation journey. We are helping each other through. And it's beautiful. It is beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I want you to be a part of it. Watching me on YouTube and listening to my voice, that's great. But I want to get to know you. Who are you? I don't see you. You probably see me. You hear me, but I don't know anything about you. So it would be great to know who you are. I want to get to know you. Yeah. And you got a lot of cousins. Quit tripping. You ain't by yourself too. Okay, cousin. I love you so much. Look at me giving you love. I'm giving you love. So receive it. And as I give you love and you receive the love, then go into the world and give somebody else love. And I'm not just talking about the energy of love, but I'm giving you time, because it takes time to sit here and have these conversations. So if I'm giving you time and love, then think about somebody that you can give just a little bit of your time to. Give them a little bit of love. All right, cousin. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, cousin. If you're interested in joining our powerful community of women supporting each other through our healing and transformation journey, make sure that you look for the Lighthouse ATL on all social media platforms. YouTube, TikTok, not on Instagram, but Twitter, LinkedIn, everywhere else. Look for the Lighthouse ATL, okay? You do not have to do it on your own. We are done with these solo dolo missions, okay? We're going to work together. We're going to heal together. We're going to cry together. We're going to laugh together. We're going to travel together. Listen, join our level up movement, and I will see you soon. Bye.